Hey guys, welcome to Better Drums. And I've been getting some questions about what could I be doing or what can I practice to help my hands, especially now when I can't go out or maybe I'm not practicing the drums as much as I had been before. And so I just wanted to share with you guys uh, the Better Drums, the 10-week Church Drummer Challenge, which is a free ebook, and it has links to help you learn to read, to help your chops, to help your rudiments, and just all kinds of things, and to take you through that. So you can download it on my website, and again, it's free. And so this is the book, a free book, and really I just did this in order to help church drummers be able to learn to read on their own, to be able to fix some groove issues and coordination issues on their own. It links to YouTube videos, so where I might be giving examples, or other videos that show you audio play along. It has audio embedded in the book that you can hit play to hear examples, because I know for a lot of us, we learn really well by hearing it, so you can see it and hear it at the same time. So I do hope that that helps you. So I just want to walk you through a couple of things here in week one, and the first of this is counting. And so when you think about counting, we have something, quarter notes, which is probably something all of you already heard, and you've seen it. You see it on the screen there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you think of something like "Lord, You're Good," dun 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 dun, this is the quarter note. So ba da 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 da. So that top bar there is just quarter notes. And so now it's something that all of you can play, I'm sure, but maybe you haven't seen it or you were a little confused when you did see it. So then we have something called eighth notes. And the typical way to count eighth notes is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, and this is just an excerpt from the book that's designed to help you learn how to read, And so why not? We're all stuck at home anyway. Why not learn how to read drums or do something like that? And actually, to learn how to read, you don't even need drums, right? So you can practice on a pillow or set it up however you want. You can see here I've got a simplified kit today as well. So the eighth notes there. So here's our quarter note, right? Established from, say, again, "Lord, You're Good." Dun, 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 dun. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if we play the top bar there, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now going to the second, the bottom line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now you already have a basic understanding of how to count or how to see quarter notes and eighth notes. So in the book there are some examples, and the examples here are again meant to, I see that Ellie is tuned in. Hey Ellie, what's up? Thanks for checking out the live today. So in the book again we've got some examples to learn how to read. So here you see two examples, or a 4-bar example using the two things that we've learned so far, which are the eighth note and the quarter note. And so I'm going to go ahead and play this now for you. And so again, if we put the quarter note, I'll play the quarter note on my hi-hat so you can hear it. Hopefully that's translating well to the live stream here. So if I play it from the beginning, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. All right, so for some of you, you may have never read before, but wow, you've already read not just quarter notes and eighth notes, but now a 4-bar thing. So if you want to kind of push it a little bit, we can also, hey Gemelin, thanks for tuning in. We can also check out an 8-bar reading example. And again, there's more in the ebook. You can download it free at the website. You can see the website there in the bottom corner. So here we have something called an eighth note rest and quarter note rest. So in the first bar, you see this thing that kind of goes over, and down. And that's the eighth note rest. And in the third bar, you can see something that kind of looks like a backward 3, and that's the quarter note rest. And that means you don't play. So you don't play for either an eighth note or you don't play for a quarter note. So again, I'll put the hi-hat is going to be the quarter notes, and now I'm going to play this example for you. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yep. So hopefully you've tried it at home, and if you did and you did well on it, congratulations on reading 8 bars of snare drum there. So in the book, it's also got some examples in chapter 1, and that's what we're working on today is chapter 1. So in a couple of days, I figure since we're all at home, we don't need a whole week maybe, but in a couple of days or so, I'll come live again and we'll work on chapter 2, and feel free to leave me any questions you have there, and I'll be sure to address those as well as we work through the book during enhanced quarantine here, right? So beyond snare drum reading, right? I mean, as exciting as that might be, or not for some of you, really, I think as a drummer, we want to learn how to read so we can apply it to grooves. And so here you can see What a Beautiful Name. And in the book, there's these ostinato examples, and it's explained, and then it's applied now to a groove. So here we can see a groove, and it's got 8 notes on the hi-hat. And remember from earlier, we count 8 notes as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so I'm going to play that on the hi-hat. 1 and 2, 3, 4. All right, so if you think of the song, right? Da 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 da. So 1, 2, ready. Here's the groove. 1. All right, and so in the book, you'll notice that link for What a Beautiful Name, it's blue. If you click that, it's going to take you to that exact moment in the song so you can hear what the drummer did from Hillsong Worship, and you can see, hey, that's the pattern, and that's what it sounds like, you know. So again, it's merging the ears with the eyes, so hopefully it's very helpful. And it's got, I think there's like 13 songs in chapter 1 that it goes through, and they're all 8th note and quarter note driven. So another one that it talks about is Holy Spirit. And this groove, some of you might also recognize it as We Will Rock You. It's got this. And again, 8 notes in the hi-hat, so check it out. 3, 4. All right, so again, there's a lot of grooves. Work through some of the grooves. See if any of them give you a challenge. Let me know if they do, and we'll definitely, you know, look at that the next time around. So another thing in this chapter that we go over is rudiments. And while there's 26 standard American rudiments and 40 international rudiments, and the link is there also to download those as a PDF. The only 2 that we look at this week are the single stroke roll, which is an alternate sticking. It looks like this. It's just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And you can play it as 8 notes, triplets, 16th notes. No matter what you do, it's still a single stroke roll. And another one that we look at is the double stroke roll, and that one sounds like this. So it's right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. And many of you are probably already familiar with those 2. But the reason why it's good to focus on those 2 is just about all of the other rudiments, or the majority of the other rudiments, with the exception of a few like the flam tap, are just combinations of those 2. So if you have a problem with any of those 2, you're going to have a problem with all the rudiments that are combined to make different rudiments, with those 2 as the fundamental. So hey SJ, thanks for tuning in. So the other thing then, of course, that we're going to want to look at as a drummer, so we've got to work on reading, work on rudiments, work on grooves with ostinatos, but then also fill-ins. And so in the book, in chapter 1, we're also going to just look at 8th note fill-ins. And so again, here's an example that probably every church drummer has played, I guess, one way. And so again, there's a link there, so you can go over to that link and click it, and it'll take you to that exact spot in the song, and so you can hear what it sounds like. And so I'm going to put it over here on this pad. We got the floor tom, which is that bottom note there, and again, this is explained in the book anyway. And then the snare, which is the 3rd space, not the bottom line rather, but the 2nd space is the floor tom, and the 3rd space from the bottom is the snare. And so it sounds like this. Remember, 1 and 2, rest, rest. 1 and 2, rest that back. And that's what it's going to sound like. So here it is, 1, 2, with a fill-in, 4. All right, and so we've got this fill-in that you probably already played, but now you know what it looks like. And so as you merge what you already know and what you can already play with what you can see, that's a good way to learn how to read, I think. So another song that we've got in there is God's Great Dance Floor. Again, click the link, hear what it sounds like. But I'll put it over here the best that I can here. So this is what this one sounds like. So that's that pattern, and so it goes to the crash right on the end of 4. And again, click the link, check out the music, click the link again if it moves too fast and you get confused. So another thing that we need to work on is getting around the drums. I don't have a full drum today, so I'm just going to actually play you some videos that are in the book. So again, in the book, there are video links embedded to my channel, and it takes you there so that you can hear the examples for what's written there, and you can see it all. So check out these videos of getting around the kit. And so even if we can play a rudiment on the snare, if we can't move it around the drums, how's it going to help us with fill-ins, right? So not only do we practice the single stroke roll, hey Christian, what's going on? Not only do we practice the single stroke roll, but we got to practice moving it around and trying to do it comfortably. And so here's the videos. All right, and so those videos will show you how to get around the drums. Hey Jacinto, what's going on, man? And so, you know, if you don't have a kit right now because of quarantine and you don't have your stuff, or maybe you have a kit but you can't play because you just annoy all your neighbors, whatever the case may be, you can, you know, set out some pillows kind of in those positions and just practice movement, because that all comes down to getting your arms to move fast enough with a rudiment for it to be more useful. And then, of course, this chapter is going to end with some hand-foot patterns. And so here you see a pattern, and it has the snare drum is the first one, alternating to a bass drum. And so, again, it's 8th notes. You know how to read that already, right? So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So check it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And so there are different stickings in the book that you can practice, because that's only one way to play that pattern. There are different stickings that can be very useful for moving it around the drums. And so the chapter ends with the idea of hand-foot. So again, you can download Better Drums, the 10-week Church Drummer Challenge. In this case, we'll call it Better Drums, the Enhanced Quarantine Church Drummers Challenge, right? Because we're all stuck at home. We might as well do something, you know, interesting. So, hey, Sandra, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Hope the kids are doing well. So you can work on these things and hopefully improve your drumming in spite of everything that's going on, and at least at a minimum, teach yourself how to read. So again, leave me a comment if there's anything that I can help you with, especially as it ties to this book and church drummers out there. So again, the book is free. You can download it by chapter. So even if you're on data, it's not like it's gonna, you know, kill you. I think it might be 20 megabytes or something like that, and then it gives you something to work on for days or a week, and then we'll pick up with this sometime probably later this week. So again, let me know whatever's giving you a challenge. Guys, thanks for joining me. Keep on drumming. God bless you. See you next time.